Yes, we are being joined by Akshay Chaturvedi, who is the founder and CEO of Leverage EDU. Thanks for joining us, Akshay. My first question for you is, how we've been talking about the brain drain that India has been facing. How do you think India can strike a balance between the global outreach and preserving India's talent pool?
First of all, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to kind of speak this morning. It's a very historic moment in a country's journey where we are at the helm of the G20 presidency, and so many interesting things are happening in our country at this moment. As we think about our G20 presidency, as we think about this new position we're taking in the world order, I think it's important to realize that as we move from a 3 trillion economy to a 5 or 10 trillion economy, that is not going to happen just purely on manufacturing. That will need help of export as a large part in terms of growth potential. And within export of services is also going to be very important. When you think about export of services, India's of course celebrated because India has a large population, which is largely young, and having these young people available to kind of work as talent in the rest of the world, which is facing a great shortage of people. That's a massive crisis, be it in US, Europe, Canada, everywhere right now. I think if India is able to solve for the talent shortage for the Western world, for the global world, I think that will really help us solve a lot of things. And second, I think this is a great chance. Say 30 years out, most likely, maybe every working person, every second working person could be Indian. So I think this whole opportunity is a great chance for us to kind of go out and take a pole position and put out our supremacy as working professionals, put out our supremacy as Indians, a big imprint on the global world.
Right. Now, Akshay, we also a short while back spoke about how there is a dire need to create attractive business environment in the country in the view of the declining FDI in the country. So in the context of India's G20 leadership, what specific policy measures do you recommend to revive this declining FDI?
I think there are two ways to look at it. I think the government is doing enough and more to move up FDI. There is a lot happening in manufacturing. There's a lot happening in, be it in EV, be it in construction, be it yesterday, the pact that we kind of signed around climate change with the Sherpa meeting. I think the FDI impact also has to be kind of looked at with the balance. Can we really build more global Indians who will remit back more FDI? Can we really kind of have more Sundar Pichais and Satya Nadellas who are going to be celebrated? If you think about why so much FDI comes into India, and if you kind of really look at the root of it, if you really look at why billions of dollars are given to venture funds to invest in India, it's also because India has this great impression. Indian people have this great impression on the larger world. And I think as we have more Indians who are going to be celebrated by India and by the world, more Sundar Pichais and Satya Nadellas out there in the world, I think that is going to ensure that FDI kind of comes into India at a much larger pace than where it is right now.
Right. Akshay, on that positive note, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast.
Thank you so much.